Okay, let's try this one more time. Hopefully this will work. I am not 100% sure if it will. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't know what's going on. They definitely don't want to let me be great, okay? Definitely. Hi, Lashika. Can you hear me? Is this better? Hello, hello. Hi, is this better? Okay, great. I don't know why that always happens every time. Every time. Okay, great, great. Glad you guys can come back. I appreciate it. Okay, great. Yes, okay. Thank you all. Thanks for letting me know you couldn't hear nothing because I would have thought that everything was still fine. Don't want a piece of hair in there. Adrian was about to head to YouTube's quarters to fight. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Hi, Georgia. Yes. Well, I was having technical difficulties, or I don't know why YouTube always does that with me. Because they probably know I go live all the time instead of like actually making a video. I mean, I do those too, but I like to go live to talk with you guys a lot. So maybe they're trying to tell me, girl, you need to slow your roll because you on here too much. But I don't even be on here too much. I mean, I do, but I don't. That's a good and a bad thing, personally. Alright, so I just created my new nail here. I'm just going to put some at the tip. And we're going to push that up. Yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. Alright, let's get this going. Hey, Lily. Yes, you made it back. It's finally working. Alright, so now all we have to do is get some right at the tip. So this looks good to me. Alright, so now let's get to business. Oh, thanks, Crystal. I just take my time. Like, literally, I take my time. But as you guys see, I'm about to do this hand. And this hand will be a breeze for me. But just, if you don't know, just take your time. Make sure you pat it real nice and good. And clean up any areas. And a little trick is I like to work on each side first before going to the middle. So make sure that you do the sides and then bring the product down the middle. We got our bead. Again, we work on the sides first. Make sure we push that acrylic up to our cuticle area. And then we smooth out each side first. Then we go to the middle. And make sure you take a look. See if you're missing any acrylic anywhere. Now I'm going to put some right at the tip. Because I like to wear medium to thick nails because of the job that I do. So I like to make sure that my nails have thickness to it. You guys see right here. So it has some thickness. I mean, I don't like them bulky, but I do like them thick because I don't want my nails to crack on me. And I definitely wouldn't want my nails to crack on my clients either, which is why you make sure that you build up the nail, especially the apex. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, that's just a little thing I do with the acrylic just to make sure that it's nice and even, and that way you won't have one side, like all the product go to one side versus the other. So again, if we get a ball of acrylic, and put it on the nail, just like that. There's our bead, and we press down on the sides. Bring it down. Did you see I pressed on the side? Now here I go on the other side. Press down. Bring it down, and you see I still got a lump here. And then that's when you smooth it out in the middle. Okay. Hi, Bree Bree. How are you? Hi, Miss Cole. How you doing? Thanks for joining. And we just do it again. Remember, start from one side, Smooth it over on the other side. And then come back to the middle. That's how you create an apex. And you create, you see it here. Oop, besides that. So there you go. And then of course, like I say, don't add too much, but you want to make sure that you got that nice apex happening, so that way there's your strength. Just in case you knock off, well, I wouldn't say knock it off, but if you hit your hand or hit your nail, it creates a sturdy wall on your nail, so that way it really won't break. Unless you hit it hard and then you knock it off or something. So the only thing I'm going to do is add some here to the edge. Only because I always tell you guys I like thickness. And then blend it up. So that way it still blends into the nail. Oh, thanks, Miss Cole or Bree Bree. I appreciate you watching. Yes, shiny. Okay, and then we have our last one. Again, bead of acrylic. Move it to the side, to each side first, right? And then we're gonna bring it down. You saw that? Bring it down again, and then we see we get the little hump that's sitting right here. We just flatten it down, and there we go. So now you're creating a nice apex, the beginning of your apex. But again, you see we still got to get up to that cuticle, so that's where we take a second bead. Right? We take a second bead, we place it here, right? And then we're working it, we're pushing it up to the cuticle area. Try not to flood it, but it's okay. I mean, you can always clean it up. Swipe down on each side first, then go to the center. Just don't forget to clean up your sidewalls. And there you go. And then again, like I said, because I have a little dip right here, that's because I need to create the thickness of my nail. So that's where I come and I apply acrylic at the end. And then what do? I swipe it up. So now it's gone. It took me a while to perfect this, y'all. For real. I'm so proud. Practice. I'm telling y'all. Practice, practice, practice. Oh, thank you. It's a panna brush. It's old. Well, I wouldn't say it's old, but it's old. Clearly the writing is off of it, but it's a size 12. Thank you, Miss Cole. 10 out of 10 nail person right here. Thank you. Georgia says, what inspired you to do nails? So what inspired me is that I paid $175 for a nail set. That's what inspired me. I got real inspired real quick. And it was for something basic. Now I can see if I had oh, look at me talking too much. I hit the nail. If you know, I got like a bunch of extra stuff, I guess I wouldn't have been that way, but I just felt like I was overpriced or overpaying for my services that I was getting from her. So therefore, I was like, I could do this. I want to learn how to do this, because guess what? I could be saving that $175. And not only that, I could actually charge I actually charge what needs to be charged and not overcharging people. I mean, I get it, you know, nail techs have to make a living and, you know, they pay for the products and whatnot, but to me, I felt like I was being overcharged for that 175. I had matte and shiny top coat. Um, so I had a bunch of different things that were, you know, I asked for, but I felt like it wasn't the right price that I was paying. And plus, I was a new client at that time too, so I had to pay for a soak off, which was $35, and then I had to pay for the shape, which was like an extra $10. And then I had to pay for the colors, which was an extra $15. I was like, man, it adds up really quickly when you kind of excited to actually get your nails done instead of like going to the I'm not trying to be racist or anything, going to the Koreans or the Chinese nail shop, you know. um but if you can find out how to do them, you know, I'm all about creativity. I'm a hustler. Anybody that really knows me, I'm a hustler. You know, sometimes you gotta find a way to get it done. So here are my nails. I applied the acrylic. I'm gonna let them fully dry before I start filing, because if I start filing, then I'm gonna get some dust in my nails. Yes. So I'm just gonna let these dry for a little bit, because this one obviously is the last one I did. So with that being said, let's take this off. It's my sanding there. And let's put on my 5-in-1 nail drill bit. And the way that you know that your nails are dry, it should be hard. Like I said, this hand is ready to go. However, this hand isn't. So I got a few right here. Those are ready to go, but this one and this one isn't. Not yet. Oh no, Stacy. Hope all is well. Sending prayers to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this drill on. I will turn it on to about 8,000 RPMs. And make sure that you turn it in reverse, especially if you're working with your non-dominant hand. And so we're just gonna go around the cuticle area just to kind of make sure we got it's flush. And again, I'm going super slow because this is my non-dominant hand. Good night, Kiba. Thanks for joining. Okay. I'm gonna keep going just to make that flush. take your time, especially if you're working on your non-dominant hand. I have it on 8,000 RPMs. Okay. So I'm just going to hit the reverse. And then, as you guys know, this is the hand I typically work with. So you can tell the difference in my speed. I have more control. What kind of drill did you get, Kristen? Okay. Read the instructions to kind of figure out with the settings to see if it has anything that's recommended. But the only way you'll know about your settings and what speed works for you is once you start using it. You're able to find out speeds. Again, if you're a beginner, um, work on a slower speed. Like typically I would recommend 5,000 RPMs because that's slower. But once you kind of get comfortable with your drill, then go ahead, of course, speed it up because that'll just help you out in the long run. So there we have it. All right. So now we're going to go back through the cuticle area and we are going to buff, not buff, shape this down. Ooh. And I'm actually going to bump this up to 10,000 RPMs because we're going back around. We're going to make this smooth with our sanding band, and we're going to smooth out the entire nail. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Georgia B said, is it easy to do your... Is it easy to do your own nails? So yes, it's easier now to do my own nails because of practice, but um, again, not trying to be funny, but I am trying to be funny. It's difficult on my non-dominant hand because I have to go slower. So you see, I'm about to turn this down to like 7,000 RPMs because um, of my hand. You know, I don't want to cut myself. You know, I want to make sure that I do it right and take my time. So yes, it's easy to do my own nails, but when I get to my non-dominant hand, I go slower. So kind of doesn't help for time wise. Like if I was trying to get these nails done, even though I know y'all like, well, it seems like you ain't got no problem as it is, but I know how I am when it comes to doing my own nails. And like I said, when I get to my non-dominant hand, it's all about control, where you have to kind of slow it down some. You know. So yeah, and then you always gotta make sure you got some pressure because it's not as easy on a non-dominant hand, but practice, you guys, and it will come. I promise. All right, so that looks good to me. So I'm done with the drill. Hey, nail Saki. Okay, so now my last thing I'm gonna do is get my shape back because of the acrylic. If I lost it, um, hand file, right? Just get the sides, make sure they're nice and crispy, as much as I can get them crispy. But again, when you clean up your nails, like clean the sides of your nails while you're applying the acrylic, you shouldn't have that much to file. Keyword is shouldn't, but like I said, if you do have, if you don't clean it up, you can always shape it up with a nail file. So either way it goes, you can still get your crisp shape back. And just make sure that you take a look at your nails. My son says I'm throwing up gangs. And sometimes it be like that, because I be having to be like, what? Yeah, just like that, yep. I get you. Yes, lately it's not as hard for me anymore, but like Biscuit said, it's slower on the non-dominant hand. Yes. Definitely what you gotta do. And also a trick is like if you keep your nail files still, you just move your hands on your non-dominant hand. That's what I found works as well. So like the file is still and I'm moving my hand back and forth. You know, find out what works for you. Try all things. Or you can move your nail file. Whatever works for you. As long as you get the shape you're after. And be careful, don't cut yourself with the file either. Because that's the last thing you want to do. And then I'm just trying to make sure that okay. And my natural nail kind of curves to the left here. So as you guys see, that's how my nail is. So I mean, you just have to kind of go with the flow of it. To see if my hand is out straight, you see, and I get that little gap right here. So it's always been like that. Like I said, just make sure you're looking at your own nails or your client's nails, and you know, making sure it's straight as possible. E says my problem is my hand cramps because I'm overcompensating. Yes, that does happen. It hasn't happened to me, but like I said, that's what I said. My file is still, and y'all just saw me move my hand. So just try different ways, E, until you can relieve some of that pressure off your hand, or you know, the tension. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go over my nails over the top just to make sure it's all good. But again, you shouldn't have to do too much. I just want to make sure application is flawless. I like hand filing because it gives me a little bit more control over filing and making sure everything is nice and smooth, especially when you're doing your non-dominant hand too. Yeah, like I said, just a little bit. And there we have it. And of course, make sure you go in with a buffer, which we'll do that shortly. Oh, I can't wait to see them, E. Yes, Stacy, I hope all is well. Okay. So I'm gonna take my buffer. Let's go ahead and get rid of these scratches on the nail. Buff those out. Right. Thank you for tuning in, Crystal. Appreciate it. Make sure we get underneath the nails. All right. These look good. I am happy with them. What I'm going to do is we're going to clean this up. Okay. We'll clean those shortly. This can go in the trash. And you all know what I say. Go wash your hands. Ain't nothing better than some soap and water. You didn't miss anything, Lily. So if you guys want to see, they're good to go. Nice and smooth. I'm just going to spray alcohol in them because I'm about to go wash them with soap and water. Okay. And now it's set to go. So for these. All right. Nails are all clean. So, my plan is, because I still want to do some Christmas nails. This will be my Christmas hand, right? That's my Christmas hand. And this I want to do as a birthday set because my birthday is the day after Christmas. So, I've never done this before, but I wonder, can you guys think of what I want to do to this hand? There we go. Okay, so there we go. Again, I want to do something different. I haven't done it before. I need a new lamp, y'all. This is all the dried gel polish in here. But it's clean. It's just dry polish. And when my clients scrape their hands in here. Alright, so let's do 60 seconds. I'm going to get out my base coat and base gel. You guys know I rock with D&D all the time. So for my birthday set, I am thinking about doing an all bling hand. I've never done that before, but you guys get a sneak peek because Madam Glam actually sent me some cute Christmas polishes that I have yet to review yet and swatch. So they sent me over 4 colors, which I'm gonna do the video tomorrow for them, but you guys get kind of like a sneak peek. So I wanted to see what this one does because I was like, ooh wee. So I wanted to use this one as my base for all my bling nails. So that's what we're gonna use. Because I was just like, yes. So we are going to take an alcohol wipe, and I'm going to, hi Nelly. I'm going to cleanse the nail just in case I touch something. So we're going to do all bling on this hand. You guys know I love bling. I've never done bling. So we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. Okay, so this should be dry. Look at the dead skin right there. I'm gonna get that off my hand. All right, there we go. Let's do some base coat on these nails. Yes, Natalie. Bling and glitter is your first and last. I like that. First name Bling, last name Glitter. Okay. I like that. Okay. Put that in the lamp. Yes, Tiffany, love, lean, hate the removal. Yeah, it's a lot to remove. To remove them. So you gotta get you some good nippers. This is super pretty.